Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Florida Panthers Daily. I'm your host, Jacob Williams. I hope everybody had a great weekend. A lot of interesting things happened over the weekend that would love to go and we're going to talk about, we're going to discuss in regards to the Florida Panthers, as well as really the entire NHL. We're going to start off today's episode talking about Matthew Tkachuk being on College Game Day. Really cool to see a hockey player on College Game Day. Matthew Tkachuk's actually the first NHL player to be on College Game Day. You know, obviously plays for the Florida Panthers. You have that in-state rivalry for College Game Day between the University of Florida, my Gators, and the Miami Hurricanes. Unfortunately, he came in wearing orange and green, had the University of Miami shirt on, was throwing up the U the entire time. Was tough for me to watch, but totally understand that, you know, that was the home team. They're the home team, and you know, he's playing in South Florida. He's from the Arizona/St. Louis area growing up, but you know, knew how he kind of had to make the crowd happy, even though he's probably secretly a Gators fan. He had to make the crowd happy and throw up the U and wear their colors and pick them. Again, what is Matthew Tkachuk not doing since he's become a Florida Panther? He's been on EA Sports NHL 26, first NHL player to be on College Game Day. He's always on a podcast and is really becoming the face of the NHL. Just super cool, you know, as a college football fan as well. You turn on college football and there's one of your local hockey team stars, Matthew Tkachuk, on College Game Day. It was super cool to see Tkachuk's continuing to go and expand the game by going and doing this and doing other things, and really awesome to see. If you guys haven't take a look at his picks, make sure you guys just go on ESPN. I know College Game Day social media will probably have it. Check out his picks. He did a great job. He did his homework on ESPN College Game Day. But yeah, as we're transitioning into our next topic here, we're talking about a legend that just announced that this is going to be his last season. If you guys don't know, Anze Kopitar is going to retire after 20 years with the LA Kings. Just a great ambassador, again, like Matthew Tkachuk, for the NHL. Spent all 20 years of playing in the NHL with the LA Kings. You know, leads their organization, their franchise in a lot of the major categories like goals, assists, games played, things like that. He won 2 Stanley Cups with the franchise in 2012, 2014, and has served as their longtime captain. And really what this is you have him retiring. This is going to be the last year of Alex Ovechkin. You really have the end of one generation, which is those guys, Sidney Crosby, some other guys, and then the new generation coming in with guys like Bedard, Celebrini. You know, you're kind of saying goodbye to the old, saying hello to the new, which obviously you appreciate everything that those guys have done. You enjoyed playing them, but it's also bittersweet because you're excited for the new guys and that new generation coming in. But yeah, Anze Kopitar, enjoy your last season in the NHL. You will be missed. Thank you for all the great things that you've done for this game. Now, moving forward to our next topic, and that is Andrei Vasilevskiy and his comments in regards to a question that was asked to him about the Tampa Bay Lightning's recent home playoff struggles. The Tampa Bay Lightning have been horrible at home in the past 3 years. Since 2023, they are 1-7 at home. And Vasilevskiy point blank just said, you know, tired of getting being in front of our fans and getting our rear ends handed to us, you know, getting our butts kicked constantly. It's funny as a Panthers fan hearing that because we've, you know, brought them a lot of those butt-kicking games in Tampa. So within the past 2 years, we won 3 games in Tampa last year in the playoffs. We won a game in Tampa the previous year. So the majority of those games, we have delivered the losses to them in Tampa. I always say, especially with being in state, and there's always been all these Lightning fans that have been around me growing up, it's always great winning playoff games in Tampa. Obviously, Vasilevskiy, being the longtime goaltender there, doesn't like losing in the playoffs, and you don't like losing at home. We'll see if the Lightning can turn that around this upcoming year. But yeah, 1-7 record at home in the playoffs. Past 3 years is just not doing it. So now we're transitioning to our last topic, which is going to be Matthew Tkachuk was on College Game Day. Could we potentially see another Florida Panther on College Game Day? If so, who could that potentially be? I think it's a great question. First, I think you have to acknowledge that college football is by all means an American sport. So you're kind of eliminating a lot of guys just because, they probably don't have a lot of interest or knowledge in regards to college football. Like I can't expect Barkov, can't expect Marchand, Reinhardt, any of the Finnish players, Lusteronen, Mikkola, Anton Lundell. Would be surprised if any of them ever did something like this, like what Matthew Tkachuk's doing. One guy who's kind of under the radar, because the more the Panthers win, the more the team's very popular, that I would not be surprised if he ended up on College Game Day, is one of the Americans for the Panthers, and that is Seth Jones. Seth Jones grew up in the state of Texas. Texas is a football state. I don't know where his alignment is in regards to college football team, but would not be surprised whatsoever if College Game Day went to Texas Tech or went to Baylor or went to the University of Texas or Texas A&M or whatnot, and he ended up being the celebrity guest on one of those College Game Day shows. Would not be surprised whatsoever. If you guys have a different Panther that you guys think would be great on a College Game Day show or kind of would be most likely be the next person, would love to hear those comments in the below. Comment below what player you think you'd love to see on College Game Day. But again, guys, that is the news updates in regards to our Florida Panthers. I hope everybody's had a great weekend and is ready for the week. Thank you guys again for watching. If you guys like these shows and this podcast, please like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and go Cats.